So last week we did how to discipline. I told you that this week we're going to be doing when and where to discipline. Have you ever tried to correct your child in the moment and it just made things worse? They got louder, more defensive, they shut down or completely stopped listening. And you're left thinking, why is this not working? It's not always about what you said. Sometimes it's when and where you said it. Because discipline is not just about the message, it's about timing, it's about the environment and the emotional state of the child. And if those are off, even the right words won't land. Because this alone can shift so much. When your child is overwhelmed, crying, yelling, frustrated, embarrassed, that is not a teaching moment, mommy, daddy. It feels like it should be, but it's not. In that moment, their brain is focused on emotion, not understanding. So, when we try to correct right there, it often turns into a power struggle, turns into escalation, or complete shutdown, depending on the child. And sometimes the most effective thing you can do is pause. Did you hear me? The most effective thing you can do sometimes is pause. Not ignore. Didn't say ignore. I didn't say avoid. I said pause. But wait until your child is calm enough to actually hear you. Because discipline lands better when the child can receive it. Think about yourself. At the office, if you're upset, you hear nothing until everybody calm down. So let's talk about where discipline happens, because this one is big. Correcting a child in public, in front of siblings, in front of friends or strangers, can quickly turn into embarrassment. And when a child feels embarrassed, they're not thinking about what they did wrong. They're thinking about how exposed they feel. So instead of reflection, you get resistance. You get shut down. You get an attitude. Now, I'm not saying ignore behavior in public, but there's a difference between addressing the behavior and fully disciplining. Sometimes it looks like, well, we'll talk about this when we get home. This line helps to protect your relationship and make space for real teaching later. Let's be honest. Some of the hardest discipline moments happen when everything feels chaotic. When you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, when there's noise, pressure, or stress. And in those moments, discipline becomes reaction. But here's the truth, mommy, daddy. Discipline done in chaos rarely teaches clearly. Because when you're overwhelmed, you're not teaching. You're trying to survive the moment. So sometimes discipline looks like stepping away. Taking a deep breath. Resetting yourself first. So that when you respond, you're actually able to guide your tone, your energy, and your presence. They matter just as much as your words. This is the part many parents miss. Discipline after the moment. Something happens, you correct it, and then you move on. But real discipline happens after the moment, when things are calm, when your child can think clearly, when you can actually talk. That's where you process what happened, help them to understand what happened, and guide them through better choices. That's where the lesson sticks. Not in the heat of the moment, but in the reflection afterwards. Because repair matters. Sometimes we don't get it right. We react, we raise our voice, we handle it in a way we wish we didn't. But that doesn't make you a bad parent, mommy, daddy. But what you do offer afterwards, that's what matters. So let me talk to you about what just happened. That's what comes afterwards. I just ran to that way, the way I should have. Let's try that again. Accountability. That's what your child sees. Emotional awareness. That's what it teaches your child. How to repair the relationship. Those 3 sentences, let me talk to you about what just happened. I didn't handle that the way I should have. Or let's try that again. It's us taking accountability for us being dysregulated. That doesn't make us a weak parent. That makes us a parent that is modeling what growth looks like. Discipline is not just about correcting your child. It's literally about modeling what you want in your child. So now when you think about discipline, it's not just what do I do, right? It's, is this the right moment? Is my child able to receive this? Is this the right environment? Am I in the right state of to teach? When we are regulated. Because when those things align, discipline becomes more effective and less exhausting. So let me leave you with this. Not every moment is a teaching moment, mommy, daddy, and not every behavior needs immediate correction. Sometimes the most powerful discipline is knowing when to pause. This month we have walked through discipline in a different way. Not just as correction, but as teaching, as guiding, and developing your child. And when you understand what discipline is, why you do it, how to do it, and when to do it, everything starts to shift. You become more intentional, more effective, and less reactive. Because you're not just raising a child who behaves. You're raising a child who understands, who regulates, and who we want to grow. The society will love us for it, mommy, daddy. And we will love ourselves even more. We're doing this together. There are no bad parents, and there are no bad child. We're all learning, one day at a time. You're in a safe community, and we're doing this together.